Okay. Yeah, wait, move this light back. You guys probably didn't care if I moved the light back, but I moved the light back. Oh, I gotta get the thing back from last week. Wait. Ah! Ha ha! Yeah. Okay, so October looks like the busiest sneaker month of the year at this point. And even more than that, this book came out from the folks over at Jordan Brand. It's called literally Air Jordan, and it's like a coffee table book, and it has like all kind of Jordan stuff inside of it. They're available on the Asaline website. It has a foreword by Michael Jordan, and it has like, basically it's the history of Jordan Brand for the last 40 years. It's a pretty nice book. It's broken up into like 6 different chapters, and it has a ton of really cool stuff in here. This released the day that I'm shooting this video, which is Thursday. So if you're interested, there should be versions of this. It's $123, which is a little expensive, but it is a very premium book. But there's an ultimate version of this that is $2,300, $2,300. I'm going to say that's ridiculous. That's a very high price to pay for a book. It does come with more accoutrement, but I would say if you're thinking about getting this, this is probably the version you should get. Anyway, October. It's a very busy month for sneakers, and there is a ton of things that are going to be dropping. So let's get into it really quick. First, I need to start recording my screen so you guys can actually see what's happening over here, and I'm not doing that yet. So I'm going to start recording my screen, and then we'll start talking about October. I imagine Preezy's going to cut this out, because otherwise it's just going to make me look really bad, like I was just rambling and I didn't know what I was talking about. But maybe he won't. Maybe Preezy will just leave this in the video. Yeah, we're doing that. So yeah, all right, let's talk about October, because it's a very busy month when it comes to sneakers. So October 25, it's officially sneaker overload. We've got Jordans that push the boundaries of design, Halloween packs that are dropping just in time for costumes, collabs with rappers and athletes, and yes, even Crocs that make you ask if sneaker culture has finally gone, I'm going to say, too far. Yeah, I feel like it's gone too far. Today I'm breaking down every sneaker release, the dates, the prices, the stories behind the drop. You can plan your pickups wisely. So let's start with one that's already got sneakerheads debating, the Air Jordan 11 Rare Air. This is going to drop on Monday the 20th for $235. So look, the Air Jordan 11, it's sacred. It's designed by Tinker Hatfield, worn by MJ during the 95-96 season. It's a sneaker many consider the greatest Air Jordan ever. But this new Rare Air edition, it's dividing the crowd. The I stays, they spell out Jordan, Jordan, and detail inspired by early design prototypes that never made it to retail. We saw it on the Jubilee. Some love the callback. Others are already plotting how to remove the letters. Fun fact, I removed the letters on the Jubilee version of mine because I went out to shoe surgeon. So Jordan himself, though, if you want to talk about the 11, he said that he wanted the 11 to be classy enough to wear with a tuxedo. Whether or not this Rare Air belongs at a black tie event, well, that's something that I'll let you guys decide. Next up, we have the Halloween pack. And this is dropping on Tuesday, October the 21st. With Halloween just days away, literally, Nike is going big on themed drops this year. And unlike past years where shoes landed after the holiday, these will actually hit on October 21st. So here's what's inside the pack. You have the Air Force One Houseflies, which is a creepy twist on the classic with insect wing textures and a bug graphic that makes you want to swat at your own feet, or at least it makes me want to do that. You also have the Air Max 95 Houseflies. So these are layered side panels, look perfect for reflective, and they have that wing like gradient and have the wing like textures on them, but they have that hint of green on there as well. Then we have the Book One Scorpion. This is $155. So Devin Booker's signature sneaker, it gets, I guess, venomous because there's Scorpion. And fun fact, Booker's zodiac sign is actually a Scorpio. So this one doubles as a personal nod to him and as a Halloween shoe, which is a pretty cool kind of mixed thing they got going on there. Next up, we have the Giannis Freak 7. Now, this is the Shapeshift colorway. It's $115, and you can expect materials that change under the light, just like Giannis shifting from point guard to the center. And this one is probably the coolest one because of the furry textures that are on the top. I personally really like it, so I'll be excited to see how these actually do. I don't know if people are going to go super crazy for these, but it feels like one that they should go super crazy for. Then we have the Ja 3 Halloween. This is $140. So this one has glow-in-the-dark hits, candy orange accents, spooky insole graphics. Ja line is really built for flash, and this one screams it. This is like the perfect Halloween shoe. It has the energy of Halloween, like the fun energy of Halloween, I should say, as opposed to the scary energy of Halloween. Next up, we have the KD18. This is in the Slim Reaper colorway, 170. Kevin Durant actually used to hate this nickname, but fans wouldn't let it go. Now Nike is embracing it with this skeletal dark tone visuals that is just in time for the spooky season. I personally really like this one. Of all the Halloween shoes, I think this one is the best one, just because of the detail that you see on the hand and on the skeleton, and then the black and then the glow in the dark. It just seems really, really cool. And again, for those of you that are talking about the glow in the dark stuff, does glow in the dark matter to you on a shoe? I like it in theory. Again, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And then we have the Zoom GT Hustle 3. This is for Halloween. This is the Halloween colorway. It's going to cost you $210, and it's a performance sneaker dressed in seasonal vibes. You can expect spider webs or bone-inspired details tucked inside, but I really kind of like this one. That orange really pops on this one. It's a really cool look. For some reason, Asia's shoe is dropping on Wednesday instead of Tuesday like everything else. So this one's going to drop on the 22nd for $115, and it's the candy corn colorway. So this A1, Nike's big WNBA signature line, is getting festive. It has this candy corn edition that drops on Wednesday, and it's a nod both to Halloween and to A'ja Wilson's dominance. She just won her 3rd WNBA title. Fun fact, candy corn, it's been around since the 1880s, and like it or hate it, it's still kicking, kind of like Asia's game. Sweet for some, unbearable for others. I personally love candy corn, so I'm all about these. This is when things get a little bit strange, I'll say, this week. We have the Back to the Future Crocs. These are dropping on Tuesday, the 21st for $80. If the Nike mags are sneaker culture's holy grail, think of these as like the gag gift version, I would say. The Back to the Future Crocs drop Tuesday, the 21st for $80. Metallic uppers, neon details, and retro branding. No, they obviously won't time travel, but for under $100, you can pretend you're Marty McFly on a budget. Next up, we have the Menace Adidas Superstar. This is on Tuesday, October the 21st for $130. I absolutely love the way these look. Oh, look. So anyway, Menace, the LA streetwear brand, is teaming up with Adidas on the Superstar. The shoe's been basically a cultural icon since Run DMC made it famous in the 80s. Fun fact, Run DMC actually secured the first $1 million sneaker endorsement with Adidas in 1986, paving the way for collabs like this one. And you can expect this skate-inspired grit on a timeless silhouette. I really love the texture of the upper on these. And then I love that the inside of the shoe. Oh, that red looks absolutely fabulous. Very good job on that. I don't wear Superstars a lot, but this colorway could definitely change that. Next up, we have the Nike GT Future in metallic silver. This is going to be on Wednesday, the 22nd for $200. And then there's also the Fire colorway, which is this orange looking colorway. And that's going to be on the 25th for $190. So one metallic silver is $200. Fire colorway is going to be $190. And this is one of Nike's, I would say, one of their most ambitious designs is the GT Future, part foamposite, part hyperflight. Like it's Wale first debuted them during All-Star Weekend, and now they're here. The metallic silver pair hits again on the 22nd, while the Fire colorway drops on the 25th. The question is, are people buying into the futuristic look, or is this another case of hype that kind of fizzles out? Where this be something that pops later on, kind of like how foam posits were big, but then they died out and then they came back again. I guess we'll just have to see with that one. Now on the Air Max 95 tip, we have the blue tick colorway. This is dropping on Wednesday, October the 22nd for $190. It's clean. It has an icy take on the classic 95, built specifically for women. So it makes it simple, wearable, and perfect if you want that OG vibe without like that neon overload of the OG 95. Next up, we have the Nike LeBron 23 Chosen. This is going to be on the 23rd. 23 Chosen on the 23rd. $210. So this one's layered with meaning. The LeBron 23 Chosen celebrates LeBron's 2002 Sports Illustrated nickname, the Chosen One, while also nodding to Bronny joining him in Lakerland. Expect premium packaging, Lakers cues, and plenty of extras. And quick fun fact for you guys, if LeBron really plays through season 23, it'll be an untouchable NBA record. This sneaker is basically a pre-celebration of the history that he's making in real time. Next up, Jordan Tatum 4 Green Glow. This is on Thursday, October the 23rd for $130. It's a glow-in-the-dark edition of Jason Tatum's 4th signature shoe. It's perfect for anyone who wants their jump shot to light up like literally if you're playing in the dark. I personally really like this model. It's lightweight, it's comfortable. It's not as durable on the upper as I would hope it would be. I'm looking here at this one and you can see it still uses that sort of like felt material on the upper, which I don't think is going to hold up, especially if you're playing outdoors. But overall, it's a really good sneaker. Just be careful about where you're going to wear these. Next up, we have the Puma Fenty Avanti LSX. This is going to be on Thursday, the 23rd for $120. So Rihanna's Fenty line, she's bringing it back and it's remixing the Puma Avanti, a shoe that actually traces back to Pele's Puma King soccer boots. This drops in 2 flavors, green and black for $120 and then a metallic silver with Ricky Orange for $130. It's Rihanna channeling sports heritage into high fashion. And if you guys don't know what I mean by Ricky Orange, I'm talking about Ricky Fowler, you know, the golfer, because you guys know about the golfers, right? Anyway, next up we have the T-Pain Crocs Gettable fur as an FUR. This is going to be on Thursday, October the 23rd for $160, I believe. Now, I don't know how to say this, but T-Pain and Crocs teamed up for one of, I would say, the wildest collabs of the year. Yeah. The Unforgettable line drops October 23rd in both a clog and a fur-covered knee-high boot. Inspired by his hit Low, these are more costume piece than sneaker, but that's, I guess, kind of the point when you leave stuff up to T-Pain. He always has something different to do. Definitely not something that I am immediately rocking, but, you know, hey, if that's your thing, no judgment here. You wear what you want to wear. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to tell you what you can and cannot wear, but these are definitely different than what I've ever worn. Yeah, for sure. So October 24th and 25th is stacked. So let's run through them with a little bit of context so it doesn't feel like a blur, but this is basically a rapid fire rundown. First, we have the Nike A1 multicolor. This is going to be $115 on Friday, the 24th. Once rumored as a player exclusive, now dropping as a wide release. Perfect timing as A'ja Wilson is still celebrating her championship run. We have the Nike KD4 Texas. This is $135 on Friday as well. It's a nod to Kevin Durant's Longhorn days. The KD4 is one of his most beloved silhouettes, and this retro will have UT fans going crazy, even if he was only there for a year. For you Posit fans or you mini Posit fans, we have the Kids Little Posit 1. This is going to be in carbon fiber for $185 on Friday, the 24th. So the foam Posit was once considered too wild to sell. Now kids get their own mini version in an iconic print. For you Grateful Dead fans, we have the Oregon Air Max 90s collab with the Grateful Dead. This is going to be $140 on the 24th. So the Dead played at Oregon over 20 times. So this collab is part sneaker, part concert poster. Instead of the famous bears, it's ducks, hence the Grateful Ducks hang tag, which I think is a pretty cool twist on the shoe. Then we have the Air Jordan 14 Golf in the last shot. This is going to be $235 on Friday, the 24th. So MJ's final Bulls moment is immortalized on the course. No guarantees you'll sink a clutch putt, but you'll definitely look the part. And for what it's worth, I feel like the Air Jordan 14 as a golf shoe is one of the better offerings that they have at Jordan Brand when it comes to golf shoes. They have a lot of great golf shoes at Jordan Brand, but if you're going to play in a retro, either the 12 or the 14, at least in my experience. I walked a lot in the 14 this summer, and I fully vouched for this one. All right, keeping it moving. We have the New Balance T500, 9060, and 1906R all dropping on the 24th. So they're leaning into the retro runner design. The 1906R Eclipse ties back to the Y2K design language, while the 9060 blends futuristic soles with, those vintage style upper. They're definitely doing their work over at New Balance, and they're not missing a beat right now. On the Puma side, we have the Say Sky Puma Velocity Nitro 4. This is a collab. It's $140 on the 24th. So Say Sky is a Copenhagen run brand. So this collab bridges European run culture with Puma performance tech. And this one is really good looking. I really love the speckles that they have on the midsole and then that Puma and Say Sky down there at the bottom. And then it's in gold too. It's just a really good way to put that shoe together. For the kids, we have the Lego Dunk Low in Brave Blue. I was looking at this one and I kind of wish this one was a bigger, like a shoe for adults, because I really love these colors and the addition to the Legos. There's Lego adults, kind of like Disney adults, right? Anyway, these are $125. They drop on Saturday and they use the Lego branding as a bit of like a galaxy thing. It's a perfect playground flex for kids who build and ball. So get those. We have the Air Jordan 3 Family Affair. This is going to be $215 on Saturday, the 25th. So this olive base 3 is in full family sizing, and Jordan Brand is really leaning into the everybody eats message here. I really love the look of these. I have so many 3s, but the gum bottom on these is definitely grabbing my attention. Whether or not I get them, that's we'll see about that, but I love these. Next up, we have the Atmos Adidas Gazelle Trinity. This is going to be $120, and this is going to drop on the 25th. So Atmos loves animal prints, leopards, cheetahs, you name it. This pack triples down with 3 fur colored options. So you have this, I'm going to say is the cheetah. This is, I'm going to say is the cheetah again, and this is going to be cheetah or gazelle, or it's a gazelle, so maybe it's a gazelle print. I don't know. I just think it looks cool, although I don't know how much I would wear these with all of that fur on them. For those that are into skateboarding and basketball, this one is a little of a collab I did not expect. It's Mark Gonzalez on the Adidas Jabbar High. These are dropping on the 25th. So Gonz, if you don't know, is a skate legend, and this collab brings his playful art to Kareem's vintage Adidas silhouette. The Shmoo character on the tongue is classic Gonz, and I really like the way this all kind of came together. It's a cool looking shoe. And speaking of Adidas, we have the Adidas Anthony Edwards 2 in the blue fusion. It's crazy that the 2 is really moving along and people are seemingly really feeling it, even though according to Anthony, this is the shoe of the year if you haven't seen that video yet. So this the Blue Fusion. It's for $130. It's going to be on the 25th, and it's the second shoe, and it keeps winning with this formula from the AE1. Now it's dressed in the Timberwolves colorway, I would say. Timberwolves blue and green, not exactly a Timberwolves colorway, but you'd expect to see this courtside all season. I imagine fans will be rocking this, especially if you're a Timberwolves fan. And then we have the Adidas Dawn issue number 7 Foundation. This is going to be $120. So this is dropping on Saturday the 25th, and it's Donovan Mitchell's latest, and it comes in a no frills foundation colorway, a base layer for what's sure to be a busy line of themed edition. This seems very Spider-Man without saying Spider-Man. Finally, we have the Feed Solomon XT Pathway 2. This is the Fair XXO colorway. This is going to be on $140. It's going to be on Saturday the 25th. So Colombian star Feed, F-E-I-D. I'm not familiar with him. He adds this like neon green slime tones inspired by his stage design. Solomon doesn't collab often, although they have been collabing a lot more lately. But when they do, it's loud, and you can see it here with this one. And I'm not sure if the name of the shoe is the Solomon XT Path 2 FERXXO. Shows you how much I know about Solomon, and I really need to get my game up when it comes to that area. So yeah, shame on me. Anyway, so that's your full rundown of October's sneaker chaos, really, I would say, from classic Jordans to Lego Galaxy collabs from Rihanna and Puma to T-Pain and Crocs. This week literally has something for everyone. So let me know which pair you're picking up this month. Drop your picks down in the comments down below, and I want to see if Team Crocs really shows up. Like, are y'all really all for that fur?